Well, I'm glad I walked down here. This is the lower lookout at Miner's Castle. That's Miner's Castle right here. We're at Pitcher Rock, Michigan, Upper Peninsula, Michigan. I can't remember the name of that town right down there. I'll put it something right here. I can't remember the name of these towns. They're all Indian names and they're hard to explain or hard to pronounce. But anyway, this is Miner's Rock. And there's a big cliff up there, and there's a observation tower. And I threw that tree right up there. I don't know if you can't see it. But anyway, I came down here, and I'm glad I did, because you can see this whole shoreline and everything. And way, way, way up here on this shoreline, about right there, I think, looks like caves and stuff like that. So I would imagine it would be worth the boat ride to get out here and take the boat ride up the shore. I think it'd really be worth it. I just don't have time. 4 days has went just like that since I left Milwaukee, and I got to leave tomorrow and head back down there. So, but yeah, it's been a fun little trip. I'm going to take my camera and I'm going to zoom in on some of these cliffs and everything, and it's pretty neat looking. Like I said, get a boat out here like this, that would be a lot better than standing up here where I'm at. But this is still darn good. I mean, look at these. This is Miner's Castle right here, and then over on the other side of the shore over there's actually an island. It's called a big island or something like that. There's actually was two islands, and over time sand has filled in between them, and trees have grown and actually become one island now. And what I was gathering is over back in the late 1800s, they had all this mining, iron ore and stuff, and some rich iron guy that owned all this iron stuff, he bought that whole island out there. And then I think in 1991 it got turned over to the Park Service, is what I was reading on a plaque up there. But it's pretty. I'm glad I walked all the way down here. I was walking around this morning, I got a blister on my foot, and I was thinking, I don't want to walk down there, but I'm glad I did now. Yeah, that's a little trek coming back up that hill. It's fun going down, but man, coming back up, you get to huffing, especially on a fat, out of shape person like me. But yeah, now I got up here and there's a little bench. I thought I'd stop and just chill out a little bit, and just looking around. Man, UP, you guys got it going on up here. I mean, this is pretty. It's beautiful forest. These trees. I don't know what kind they are. I think one of them, they're honey maples, and I don't know, there's all kinds of different trees up here. But man, it's just beautiful. And I can see, remember I mentioned about the island over there, some iron magnate bought the whole island, and I can understand why back in those days how some titan of industry that had tons and tons of money, unlimited funds, he come up and buy stuff like this, because man, it's beautiful up here. It really is pretty. I've really enjoyed the UP. Just driving around, it's just pretty up here. Just driving down a road, it's just the trees going by and the sun shining through it. It's just relaxing. I wished I was on a bike. It would have been so nice. I would cruise around on a motorcycle up here. That would have been cool. But yeah, it's just a little clearing here. It's not even mowed or anything. It's just these little I don't know what they call them, little little weed looking things with the little yellow tassels on the top. But yeah, it's just, look at these trees. It's just gorgeous. And the video is just not doing it justice. It never does. Video never does it justice from actually being there. These are so much better than the camera, you know. But man, it's just, see how nice and quiet it is. So, but yeah, it's nice. I've really enjoyed it up here. Thank you, UP, for letting me come up and stomp around in your backyard. So y'all be good, and we will see you. I'll be going back to work on probably Wednesday, maybe Thursday, something like that. But I got to head back down to Milwaukee, so I'll be seeing y'all down there. Next time I'll be probably in the truck heading to LA. Okay, so y'all be good and take care. All right, take care. Bye bye. Well, I'm back. I get the sun. The sun's shining right through that little hole right there and lighting up my face. Isn't that cool? But yeah, I had to stop and try the local delicacy. Every place in the country has their thing, you know. Texas has their barbecue, and you know, Maine has their lobster, and you know, pizza. Chicago and New York have their pizzas, and the UP has their pasties. I didn't know how to pronounce them, and the lady, when I bought this one, this is a beef potato and onion. Never had one of these before, and somebody told me before you leave the UP, you got to try one of these. And it's the miners used to take these with them to work, and when they were in the mines. And I'm sorry, the light isn't quite right for the camera. It keeps fading in and out back here. You can see there you go, look at that. So, but the miners used to cook these, the miners' wives used to cook these and give them to the husbands, or the miners, when they went to work. And they had their hamburger, well, their beef, I don't know, some kind of meat, I would imagine hamburger, I don't know. Potatoes, onions, rutabaga is in this one. And she was explaining to me how they have this crust. It's basically a dough, like almost like a pie dough, and they roll it over and they tuck it all in on the edges here. Okay, kind of like a fruit pie, you know, a hot fruit pie kind of thing, where they pinch it. Well, these are all rolled over somehow or another, and then when they cook them, they end up like this. But they got this crust right here, and she said what they would do is their hands are filthy dirty, you know, they're miners, and their hands are just filthy dirty. So they'd pull them out of the bag and they'd hold them by that crust, okay, and then they'd eat them, all right. And then when they got done, they'd throw the crust away, okay. There you go. That is good. That is really good. Think of a handheld chicken pot pie or beef pot pie, kind of like that. This is good, really good. I tell you what's making this, the rutabaga. Man, that is good. So I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna eat my what do you call it? Pasty, not a pasty. She said pasties are eaten, not worn. Good way to remember it.